Hello planner people. I'm back with a kind of different video than what you guys are used to. I'm not even sure how it's going to turn out, but it is currently Tuesday, about 10 in the morning, and I need to plan very badly. So I'm thinking I'm going to show you guys how I plan every single day. And ideally I would have started on a Monday, but I had a kind of crazy Monday. Don't even want to get into it. My weekend was crazy and my Monday was crazy, but at least today I have some time to get caught up and plan because that's what I need to do to feel better. Currently I have just barely planned out my month, just barely planned out my week, and I haven't planned out my day yet. So that's what I'm going to do right now and show you guys what it looks like. Again, I'm behind and I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. So yesterday I was kind of feeling really just overwhelmed with the things I needed to do. And I did a little bit of journaling, and I realized the thing that will help me the most is just kind of brain dumping everything just on a sheet of paper, going back to basics just until I can organize my thoughts and prioritize things and figure out what needs to be done first. So that's what I'm going to do first, and I'm going to do that in my daily planner. Or maybe I'll do it in my monthly because, yeah, probably my monthly actually, because I can't do it all, but I know it all needs to be done this month at the very least. So that's what I'm going to do now. Brain dump, and then choose from my brain dump what needs to be done today. Go ahead and plan my month, plan my week, plan my day, and just know that's what I'm going to do. That's what needs to be done, and that is my priority for today, is getting all planned up again. So I've opened up to a fresh sheet. That was hard to say. I'm going to light a candle. My favorite, absolute favorite right now this season is Harvest Gathering, which just literally smells like fall, like the definition of fall. So I'm going to light that, get into a more peaceful mood, even though I'm like kind of hyped up on coffee right now. But I want to calm down, get the vibes going, and create my list. So I finished my brain dump, and as I was going through it, I realized a lot of the things that were running around in my mind would have been taken care of if I had just done my planning routine. That is why this insert and developing routines for yourself is just so helpful, because if you have a list that allows you to take care of all the things regularly, like prompts you to plan all the things, you'll be fine. So I think making this brain dump just made me realize I need to proceed with doing my monthly planning routine, and I'll feel 1,000 times better. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright guys, so it's several hours later, and yes, I've been at it pretty much all day with a couple breaks. Basically what I did was, oh my gosh, my phone is definitely gonna die, but let's get through this really quick. So what I did was I followed my planning routine like to a T and spent a ton of time on each. So up until a point where I felt like, okay, everything in my life is planned out and I feel ready. So one of the major changes that I did was that I used this little insert that came with the Staples monthlies, divided into 4 quadrants so that I could plan out each week. And this is something I've been wanting to make as an insert, but why not use what I have at least until the end of the year when these inserts run out. And I absolutely loved loved filling out these boxes and feel like my month is really planned in detail by week. And then I use my little task flags. I cut off those arrow points to make them fit in the box. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. And then I also wasn't afraid to write things in. I used to just use a ton of page flags. Where are they? I think I removed them, but I used to just use a ton of page flags. But this time I'm thinking I'm just going to write it in so it feels more permanent and it feels like more like it actually has to happen. And that's kind of like what I need going forward. I've just been so lackadaisical with my plans. Big word, but so true. And this time around, I want to feel like things actually have to get done. So I did that. And then I put in this little, I folded my brain dump in half so I could reference it. And I made sure I acknowledged each and everything in my brain dump, either schedule it into my week, scheduled it into my months, added it to my inbox in my personal planner. So I just feel like everything that's in here has a place, and it will be acknowledged at some point. So that makes me feel so much better. And I also acknowledge my expenses that may be coming up this month. I got my meals. That is something I need to add to this planning routine now that I am learning how to cook is actually one of my 2020 goals, but I'm starting early and cooking at least once a week for my fam. Yeah, so that's what I did so far. As I was going along, I referenced my personal planner a few times, but my next step is finishing up my weekly planning routine. So I'm not done yet. It's a ton of planning, but at the very least, I know that going forward, I need to do one day for monthly planning and one day for weekly planning because it pretty much takes me the entire day. And I've done this multiple times, as you guys know, but seriously, going forward, I even marked it here. On the 30th, I'm going to plan December, and on the 1st, I'm going to plan that first week of December. So tomorrow I'll plan week. You see it here. So yeah. It is now Wednesday, and I have not planned my week yet. This is turning out to be not a example of a typical week, but hey, I'm still going to show you guys in real time how my planning is working out. This week has just been so abnormal. Different things were happening on different days, people canceling on me, plans changing, all that stuff. It's just not okay. And to not even have a baseline planner to look at is just really getting on my nerves. So that's what I want to do, like, as soon as possible. I only have about 45 minutes to plan before I have to take care of something. And then I have other things going on today. I wish I was up earlier, but I really had a hard time sleeping last night. If I was up earlier, I would feel a little better, but it is what it is. And yeah, so I'm going to try to plan the week as fast as possible. One of the things I've done so far is use my task system to pre-plan the week. So this is pretty much a basic setup of what is going to go on in the week. Like, at the very least, I could probably survive on this stuff, but actually, that's probably not true. I don't think I could survive on just this. I did yesterday set up some of my like weekly tasks, like things that just need to get done once in the week, with using my new planner spot stickies. So that's helpful. And where's my pen? Okay. And I really just need to figure out when I'm going to be doing other things. Yesterday, what prevented me from getting this weekly planning done is the fact that I had to cook dinner. Usually I cook dinner on Tuesdays, and yes, yesterday was Tuesday, but I just didn't expect my mom to be like, hey, what you making tonight? And so I had to drop everything and cook, and it took forever. And then I was just done. I don't know how you moms do it where you can go work all day, cook all night, and handle the kids, but I'm going to need some practice before I can handle something like that. But But yeah, hopefully this, if all goes well, my monthly setup should guide me through this planning of the week. I got my coffee here, and oh, I just wanted to tell you, I have this here to tell you that before I started weekly planning, I just quickly updated my memory planner because it had been a few days. I also haven't even sticker planned the major events of November, the highlights, the monthly highlights yet. And that's how you know this insert does not belong in the 2020 setup, because it is not 1,000% necessary. It's just a pretty reference sheet for my events. So yeah, so I'm just gonna get started and show a couple clips of me planning. Okay, so I finished my week with a little bit of time to spare, which is nice, and I feel so much better, but next step would be to just quickly plan out my day, but I'll just do that after my appointment that's coming in like 20 minutes. I did use my weekly review just for reference to make sure I took care of everything, but it was so much easier to plan because I did have this week of tasks planned out already. And then I just filled in what I knew, and I feel so much better. And I was even able to use some stickers in there. So that's what I did, and I'll see you whenever I start planning again. I am done, and I have about an hour until my next engagement. So I want to plan my day out. I'm going to feel so much better when I plan my day. This is what the most of this video should have been. It should have been just me planning out my day each day, but hey, again, it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna use my week. Today is Wednesday. I did that. That's to come, and this is what needs to be done. Those are my 2 priorities for the rest of the day. So what I'm gonna do is keep these priorities in mind and go off of my ideal schedule. This work and computer work is pretty much what I'm going to be doing in my day section, and night section will vary. So the way I plan my dailies kind of reminds me of the way people plan in their Stalogies, and I did use a Stalogy at one point, maybe a couple of points during the year for dailies, but I just love a ring system, and I just love this A6 the way it's turning out. So I adapted the Stalogy idea with just basic plain paper for your dailies, and I just customize it to what I need. And what I need is a schedule that's going to start around 1 o'clock, which is right now. So let's map out the rest of the day by hour. That's pretty much what I want to do today. I want to keep it simple in case things, as usual, get in the way of my ideal plan. So I want to cross these off because it's really important that I get to bed at 10:30 actually. And then I'll just leave room for notes that I may have. But really, if I have notes that need to go into another planner, let's say, I will put them on my daily telegram which is an idea I borrowed from Sequins and Paper. One of her little functional journaling cards says Daily Telegram, and I figured I could just use that same idea but with Post-its, so I could transfer the Post-its from planner to planner. So yeah, I've caught up with planning. It's only about 1:15, and I have 45 minutes before I have this call, so I can get ready for the call. I do need to make sure I look at her forms, her pre-consultation forms, to make sure I'm ready. Actually, I don't really need this right now. I'm gonna put it on tomorrow. And I'm ready to go. The only thing in terms of like a typical planning that I haven't done yet is fill this out. But again, I told you guys that this is really more of a highlights page, and I usually add things after the fact. This is what my day is looking like, and I'm gonna actually do it now because that's what planning is for. I'm at my desk after a long day of work and volunteering, and I just want to take a second to update my planner, and also plan for the rest of the day. I only have a couple more hours before I'd like to just relax, and I do need to do some work. So I'm going to take a look at my planner and see what I can come up with in terms of a schedule, I guess, for the rest of the day. But it is Thursday and I don't have work tomorrow, so not too much pressure, but I just want to make sure I get something else done. So I know it's kind of hard to see here, but basically I have my daily planner opened up, and I'm first writing a couple of things I knew were on my head right away, like sending emails and working on planner therapy stuff. And then I'm referencing my weekly planner to see what priorities I had already set in the beginning of the week. Updating whatever happened today, which was that my clinical training ended at a certain time, and then I also did volunteering, which was an unexpected event. That stuff is really important to consider when trying to figure out how much you can get done in a day. Most of my day was already over at this point, so I really needed to make sure I kept my tasks concise and to the most important things. I'm flipping now to my workout routine to decide on what workout I want to do. I did try setting a workout schedule this time around, and so since it's Thursday, I'm writing that I need to do the upper body, and I decided on a quick 30-minute workout, again to save time in my day, figuring out how I'm going to spend that 30 minutes. And then I skipped over a little bit, but I wrote that I want to do some designing again and make sure I get some stuff sent to one of my clients. I like at the bottom of my daily page to put some sort of self-care or maybe list, almost if I know that there's things I want to do but might not get to, I like to leave space and start a list from the bottom. So you can see here that I wrote nails and memory planning, which are two things I've been really meaning to do, but those are not priorities, of course, so I like to keep them a little bit separate. Now I'm going in and trying to mark timestamps for certain things. I'm also realizing that there's something I can't do today, so I crossed it off. Just be realistic with what you're writing on your to-do list for each day. So I added some of my timestamps for certain tasks, and that's it. So that's my daily plan for tonight. Some other things I need to make sure I do. I really like to start things in an hour. I don't know if that's weird, but so it's 6:56 right now, so I'm gonna continue planning until 7 so that I can actually start at 7. But so I need to fill out my habit tracker. Weekly task. All right. So my weekly task for Thursday is Instagram photos, which I'm going to be doing. create, which I'm going to be doing, and paint nails. Look at that. It works out perfectly. So I'm going to be handling those today. I've already planned them in. Instagram post, I'm going to do that as well. Hopefully. Workout, I'm going to do that as well. TV, what I'll do while I paint my nails. Low carb dinner, I had tomato soup. Shower, I did that this morning. Skincare and all that stuff. Planning session I'm having right now. And I really need to update my gratitude tracker at some point. So yeah, so that's what I need in my A6, and other than that, everything else should be pretty much updated. I didn't spend any money today, so I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, so let me leave it open with my plans. So yeah, I'm gonna start at 7, that's just 2 minutes away. And yeah, trying to see if there's anything else I might need to update in terms of my weekly. I don't think there is. But maybe I could just quickly add to my monthly spread that got a little neglected this month. So it's like almost 3 in the morning, and I was doing a tiny bit of planning and realized I should probably show you guys what I'm doing right now. Don't ask me why I'm up, because sometimes a girl just wants to get up and plan. Don't judge. I basically at night I like to fill in my little memory pre-planner. I'm a little behind. Today's actually Friday, so I need to add in what happened these 2 days as well. I like to listen to YouTube videos while I do it, especially like budgeting videos, because I can just listen. I don't have to watch what they're doing. And then I'm going to continue to fill in. I did some things in here already. I like checked in on my weekly spread. I added a pre-planning for next week with these little sticky notes. Put in my full boxes for the rest of the month just because I was feeling stickery. But I really do need to like go into each section and update things. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do before I go to bed. Just have a little planner time. And yeah, I'm super tired, but I don't know if and when I'll have time to do this tomorrow. So I'm just gonna take the time now and get it done. So that turned out to be the last bit of footage I got of me planning during the week, but at least I was able to show you morning, day, night, weekly, monthly, and daily planning all in one video. I know it was super long, but I'm glad I got to show you how it really looks like when I plan. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as usual, and I'll see you next time. Bye!